Hey everybody, Goosebumps are Dummies here, and today I've had a terrible birthday. Is what I would have said if I was high as almighty hell. For real though, this birthday was actually one of my best birthdays ever because I have a great family. I have an awesome cake. It's my favorite cake I've ever had. I haven't even tried it yet, but it's just, it's Halloweeny as heck. It's really nice. As well as, I have caring people around me. And also a lot of Goosebumps. And in fact, this is my biggest Goosebumps haul ever. Before I get into this, I want to say, yeah, I was definitely spoiled. That I was not expecting this much, to be fair. I definitely expected a lot of what we got here, but not a lot of, you know, a lot. I didn't expect this much, especially for its quantity. Yeah, I have a few words to say about it. It's just like, it's really crazy, and I have no idea what I'm going to do after this recording in terms of putting these things up. Because I'm going to put these freaking items up the second we're done recording. Well, maybe not the second, but tonight. So yeah, that stuff out of the way. Let's get this, let's get this started. Starting off with this. So I got this early, like an hour early, because we couldn't wrap it. Yeah, it is officially licensed. There is licensing, if my fingers would uncover it. Parachute Press and all that. This is an official Goosebumps skateboard from the 90s, and it's actually the biggest one I own, I think. It almost matches the, Tales TV Goosebumps skateboard that I have in size, but this was definitely bigger. And, yeah. I'm not going to be riding it, of course, you know, not damage it or break it because I'm heavy. But it is really freaking cool to finally own another skateboard because I love the Goosebumps skateboards. I haven't got one in 3 years. And let alone I get one of the most badass looking ones because it's just a giant Goosebumps G, and this would go really cool if you mount it to the wall, which I don't think I can do yet. Now, we're going to get some boring-ish stuff. I know, I specifically say boring because I know people don't really care about this stuff much when it comes to haul videos, but we got a few DVDs, alright? We got Mostly Ghostly 2, How I Met My Ghoul Friend, question mark? Oh, Have You Met My Ghoul Friend? I always get the title wrong. And the Australian Goosebumps DVDs for the movies. We'll get some more Australian DVDs later. Finally got those. They came with a couple of lots that I gotten for my birthday. The other stuff's way more interesting to you guys. And we'll get the big one out of here. A bunch of books. Yeah. These came with lots and stuff, but I want to throw them in here just because, hey, you want to know everything I got here? Here's the books. There are a couple interesting things. There's an Indian copy of Vampire Breath. I'm a little disappointed by that, but also, like, I never expect to get an Indian copy of Vampire Breath, so it's kind of funny. As well as I got two new Ghosts of Fear Street books, Fright Night and The Boy Who Ate Fear Street. And yeah, just some slightly rarer dupes like Beware the Snowman, Launchwood Free, and Claws. So those are also pretty cool. Yeah, those are all the books I got that aren't like anything crazy. But let's continue on books. We have one audiobook in here since it is kind of a book, and trying to keep you guys interested. There's a lot to get to. Let's start off with our knockoff here. Welcome to Alien Inn. This is one I wanted really badly just because, A, cover art is amazing, so even if it's terrible, I can display it. And B, it's an Alien book. I wanted to read it because it's, well, an Alien book, and I really like those, and this one sounded particularly interesting. It's probably the only Bone Chills I'll ever read. Just that's saying something, because they just don't look good to me, and I've heard terrible things, so that'll be the only one I'll ever read. And here's the next one. Grab the Cat. But this is the United Kingdom edition. I know. Very cool. Now, these next books are a little more rare than those. Screams in the Night. Now, I already own one, but I wanted a new one because mine is a little sun-bleached. And, you know, it looks cool. I like having duplicate. This one is actually in a little bit better condition. It's less bent, because it was kind of like that. Also, the pages are pristine. Mine had something in them. Yeah. Now, it was like when I bought it, I swear. When I didn't buy it, but you get the point. Next, very cool, Ghost in the Mirror. German, and it is pretty thick. It is a whopping 240-ish pages. Yeah, holy crap. 250 actually. And yeah, this is incredible. This is one of my favorite books of all time, so I get this big German copy that I'm absolutely going to display. Really cool. And I guess I'll share it now. I was going to get another German book of Snakebite Canyon, you know, the decently hard to find black spine. You never find it in the wild, for being a wild book. I was going to get it. It got lost in tracking. So, sucks to suck, that'll be lost Goosebumps merch. Next, this is probably something none of you care about, but Chicken. I really wanted this reprint just because it's Chicken, and I already had a good feeling I was going to get something else relating to Chicken for my birthday, and whoop-de-doo, proved right. So we got a Chicken themed birthday this year in terms of rarity, because there's something really rare coming up. Next up we have Welcome to Dead House audiobook. Now I already have the box, but this is a sealed copy, which means it actually has a cassette unlike mine. And let me tell you, these go for fucking tons. Like, one went off recently for $299.99. That is $300 pretty much. And, you know, that ain't cheap. This was $18. Yeah, I didn't just throw it, I swear. Yeah, that is insane. Now, here's the plethora of the good stuff. These are new books that I do not own in terms of stories. Whole bunch of black spines and a Presents book. Starting off the Presents book, Monster Blood. I'm gonna read this ASAP. Not today, you know, especially if it's terrible and it'll ruin my birthday. But I'm going to read that this Saturday, I swear to God. They're easy anyway, so not a tough bet. Here's all the black spines. I'll go through these quickly since, you know, they're black spines. They're rare, but they're not the craziest rarities. So Stink Eye Swamp. Shit. Shoptail Drop Dead. Had a blank there. Zombie School. So now I can read Zombie School. And I've already read before I quit Zombie School. Ship of Ghouls. In pristine, perfect condition. And this is an Australian copy, by the way. I checked. It's not Indian. It looks like an Indian, but it's Australian. Save that one. Your Plant Food. This one was actually in Montana. I know the listing, and it said Wheatgrass, Montana, which is, you know, a town here. So, yeah, this came from my state. Really not common for Goosebumps shopping online. And this is my favorite black spine that I've gotten. Curse of the Cave Creatures. I really wanted to read this one soon, and now I get to read it. Let alone, and it's in pretty good condition. I believe this one only costed like $30. The only issue is that, and I can honestly live with that. Other than that, it's like a few bends, nothing bad at all. Now that the books are done, oh, I almost went blind there. Probably a lot of dirt on my face. We got a giant black light. Sorry I blinded you guys there. And the reason I bring this up is because, I mean, just look at this, all right? It doesn't look great on camera, but it looks amazing, especially on the backpack right here. It makes the room feel so goosebumpy when you shine it. So you might see me do this. Fuck, my nose is dirty. Anyways, you might see me do this in some videos if I ever want to, like, do cool Goosebumps edits. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, besides using the activity book for it that's coming out next year, since it does need a black light. So that is a pretty cool thing to have. Alright, let's move on to some more merch now. We got some movie merch, and actually some more coming out. We got the Slappy bobblehead. It's not sealed, I don't think, but oh, that didn't happen. It's not sealed, I don't think, but it is closed, so big whoop. I'm never going to open it and take it out, unless I really need to. And we also got the Lawn Gnome Squish toy, and if people know the story behind this, I used to have one, but, let's say I got brutally murdered, so I actually have a dupe now, and I can use this one to display it. It's fine now. I am at peace with my Lawn Gnome Squish toys. Now, this next item, holy shit. Now, it may just look like, oh, you got one of the art stills. I got 18. 8 fucking teen of these things. Now, the thing is, I have 2 dupes, alright? there is an Egg Monsters and a Shrunken Head in here. But this is almost a full set of all of them. Alright, these are 16 new ones. Yeah, look at all this shit. A whole bunch of them. I didn't count them, but I know the listing. 18. 18. Yeah. I'm gonna keep them in that and probably put them somewhere really nice. It's just crazy. I almost have the full set in a day. Like, Jesus. So I just need to buy 2 more, I think, then I'm caught up. I know one of them's Cuckoo Clock, which is not extremely uncommon, so thank the Lord. Next up, we have little package things. You know, you're looking at this like, what is this, man? Well, open it up. There are a bunch of little 3D Goosebumps cards. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them. I have no clue what I'm going to do with these, but I might make a video about them. I might display them all somehow. I am not sure how or what I'm doing with these quite yet. But there's like 20 here, I think. Probably a lot more, maybe a little less. And, you know, there's a couple book cover ones, there's a couple TV show ones, like Calling Out Creeps. Here's my favorite one. I put it on top. How to Kill a Monster. Not my favorite episode, just my favorite monster from the show. And, yeah, they're really cool. Surprised I got those. A whole bunch of them, too. Guess I won't need to collect them very much. Just got a whole fucking stack of them right here. It's really cool. Some smaller items. We have this Goosebumps movie pencil case. And inside it doesn't have a pencil, surprisingly, but it does have other movie merch, like this haunted car ruler. It also has this little G eraser. It's pretty cool. And lastly, we have this pencil sharpener with the jack-o'-lantern. Pretty cool. Let's move on to something big. A Night in Terror Tower board game. I've been trying to get this for 2 years now, and we finally got it. And it's incomplete. I'm not too worried about it, thankfully. I'll probably just eventually pick up the final piece, since it is 99% complete. It's missing, like, one thing. I don't know what piece it is yet, but I'll find out. If not, it doesn't matter. This can be a placeholder for a good couple years. Turns out it's the least important piece of all pieces that could be important. It's a little character peg to stand up one of the characters, and it has nothing Goosebumps on it. It's just a black little stub. I'm never going to replace it. I don't give a shit. So yeah, that's really cool. But we got another big item. Holy shit. Finally, I have gotten one of these, and it's actually decently large, a lot larger than I thought it was going to be compared to me, but it's pretty large. 3D stand-up puzzle. Here's it next to my head. It is kind of big, and it is sealed. I believe this one came from Goosebumps Guru, but I'm probably wrong. Yeah, I'm probably wrong. Still way cool, and it looks great. Can't wait to display that. Next up, we got these things. These were at the cinema. They would put them above, I believe, theater rooms. And I saw it when I went to see other movies, so I'm pretty sure these were at the cinema. Yeah, these are really cool. Finally got them. I don't know if these were also for DVD racks. You know, they also put little promotions. But either way, really cool little items. Before I get into this, still a box full of stuff. We have a Ziploc baggie of some interesting things. It's Goosebumps props. Yeah, hopefully nothing's falling down there. Maybe more props. We have props from the Goosebumps 2023 show. I'm not even kidding. Something in here particularly was screen used. Now, all of these were somewhat on screen. This is really the least engaging. This was the Stunt Isaiah's phone. Whenever there was a Stunt Isaiah on screen, this was in his pocket. And it's only the phone case, of course. But here's the main course. This is Isaiah's necklace. Can't hear it very well, but it's in there. It's the football necklace. I fucking have it. It's in my hands right now. I already looked at it. It's really cool. I might make a video or a short talking about it. And here's the authentication. If I can do it right. Is that in Braille? Oh, no. Yep. Isaiah Howard personal props. Some of these are for stunt doubles. Some of these are for, well, Isaiah. They even have a sling, which I think is also for the stunt doubles, but Still, I'm not going to show them all here because there's a lot in here. I mean, there's like 6 different items. But the next one I can show, because there's one big thing. And no, it's not the slappy head. But it is, a manuscript. Now, this isn't like, I say manuscript, I mean a script, not a manuscript. This isn't, you know, one script used for the show. This isn't a script for the show. This is a prop script for the show. Because Nathan Bratt would write, well, stories. He was a writer. This was one of the props that was seen in the show. Also, authentication. This is called Monster Under My Bed. There's sadly no writing in it, so there's nothing to read off, or else I would actually read it to you guys, maybe make a short or video at it, but still, really cool, and I'm definitely keep these all in their plastic. Minus the necklace. I want to display the necklace, just like the flashlight for the 2023 show. And by the way, the 2023 props I just got today are probably going to go on their own shelf. I just need to figure it out, because there's no shelf yet for them to go on, but I'm going to make a whole shelf for that. Because those are really freaking cool. Now, these next items. These aren't crazy, because everybody's seen them. But there's something I've just never bothered to pick up because, well, they're usually not in the box. And these are the PC games. Now, I was watching one in the box. I was going to wait till Christmas when I get a gift card or something to buy it, or wait till ask for Christmas, and whoop-de-doo, it went off. But for now, I am going to settle with this one and this one, which you also never see in the box, really. But especially this one. This one's really hard to find in the box. This one, not so much. Yeah, I finally got them both. They're both in good condition, and they have everything in there. I got the slips. They got, of course, the discs. Discs. I can't say discs. And eventually I want to play them, which is why I got these in SIP. Because in case I get a sealed one, you know, I don't want to open it to play it. So, besides, it's cool to have, you know, them out of the package. Because they're cool to display. Finally, some last-minute movie merch. We have this Goosebumps flashlight. This is obviously Australian because it says torch, which is the Australian term for flashlight. And it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool Goosebumps flashlight, and it is in perfect condition, by the way. This looks amazing. And with that, I also have pin, which I'll just go ahead and put on the shelf where it's going to be. Yeah, pretty cool little pin. I never got it before. I have always known it existed, but I never bought it because, well, it's always on eBay. And what to do, I got it now. Now, this next little item is going to go on the shelf behind me with another one of its kind. We got a Vampire Breath bookmark. This one is really cool. Let me read it. I like a book I can sink my teeth into. Horrible pun, but still it is a really cool vintage bookmark. And it came out in 1996. So this goes with the Egg Monsters one, since they're both, well, very similar. Next up, we have this pocket flashlight in the pack. And it still works, which is really cool. And now I have one of the 4 that you can get. Hopefully I'll get the others next year. Next we have, this was something I was, I mostly send it to my mom as a joke, like, Mama, this would be cool. The Brivity 2. It's Goosebumps 2, but it's Italian. It's dubbed Goosebumps 2 from Italy. Yes, it is Italian, and it's literally just Goosebumps 2 Italy. It's just so dumb that I had to get it. It was only like 15 bucks too, so I'm like, that would be a cool gift. And whoop-de-doo, I got it. I might display that just because it's so random. It's such a random thing to own, but I don't know. I really like it. Now, more Bacoli Brivity. We have 4 things just sitting here Bacoli Brivity related. All of them extremely rare. Let's start off with the VHS. Now, I already have a VHS from, you know, Italy. It is the Where Fever Swamp one I own, which I haven't shown much of, but it's on the shelf there. It's been there for like 3 months. But now I have a slipcase one. Ho, 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 mother. I'm not gonna finish that. Yeah, I could have got Slappy. Alright? I'm gonna tell you guys about this. But I decided not to, because, A, when are you gonna see more Be Careful What You Wish For merch? Yeah, this is not something you're gonna see every day. Slappy's more prone to go off, first of all, and it's still on there, I believe. Don't go buy it for me, please. I don't care. And because it feels like this is more rare. This is something I think would be more worthwhile because, well, it's not as common to see Be Careful What You Wish For as a VHS and, well, Night of the Living Dummy 2, since that is a more popular episode. And also, Seiichi's and I was on it, so still really cool, even if I didn't like Be Careful What You Wish For as episode. Now, this next thing. This goes for like $100 from Italy. I was able to get it. My mom was able to get it for 30. Look at this thing. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I've been spoiled. This was something I was not expecting at all. And, it has the gadget, as they say in Italy. It's the little toy. And this is Monster, but by the way. I think it's Evan Ross is in English right there. You can, I don't know if I'm pointing right. Evan Ross, yeah. Evan Ross's name is in English, so it's Monster Blood. And yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this, besides obviously give it a great spot, because it is just a really cool giant Goosebumps book with a really cool toy attached. Yeah. Really cool. Also, the pages are green in Italy. And you'll see more of that in just a second, because we got another Italian book. And this is an actual book, instead of just like it's Monster Blood, but with a toy. Now, this is a regular Goosebumps Italian book. Only this one is Egg Monsters from fucking Mars. It was prone that I'd get this, of all things, when it comes to Italian Goosebumps books. It was not rare, and it was decently priced. Also, it has the bumpy texture on the Piccoli Brividi, which is really cool. And, pages are green. There's one more thing about it. It has the stickers. There are stickers in Italian Goosebumps books, and this one had all of them, which is really cool. Yeah, it is Italian Egg Monsters. I think it just looks sick, and also it's really small. Like, okay, let me pull out a Goosebumps book right here. This shit. It's tiny. Well, not tiny, but it's like, it's not very big compared to the, American Goosebumps books. Now, this last thing, I hope this is my last Italian thing, because there's so much. We have this magazine, I think. I'm not sure what it is exactly. But, it's really rare, and it's Haunted Mask. Look at that. And on the back, whoop-de-doo. These are on eBay, so I might get them one day. I believe there's a couple, and there's a couple of this, I believe, too. Oh, it says game book. This might be a game book, but I'm not going to open it to find out. Y'all can get your own, if you want to find that out. This is still sealed in its original plastic. And yeah, this is amazing. It's an Italian Goosebumps thing. I'm going to try and translate it in the future, just to see what it actually is and says. Now, there's a couple non-Goosebumps things about the show, and I'll be very brief about them. Alright, first off, Ghostbusters socks. Yeah, pretty cool. Really like Ghostbusters. It's not like a crazy obsession of mine, but it's still really cool because I like spooky and Halloween stuff, so why not get it? But these next things are a little more interesting because they're kind of goosebumpy. They're all Stine related. We have a Ghost of Fear Street box set with all the books in there, and it's in a nice wrapping, so I don't even have to open it. So, yeah, this came with a bunch of books, which is why there were so many books that I showed at the beginning of the video. And, yeah, this is just a really cool box set that I can display. And you think that's the end of seeing that beautiful skeleton face? I have one more thing. Oh my god. First off, one of the coolest cover arts in all of just R.L. Stine history, just straight up. It's sick. Like, it's so sick. It's a really cool skeleton. What can I say? As a puzzle. Not even labeled as Ghost of Fear Street. I believe this was, like, before, like, maybe a few months before. I'm not sure. I'll have to check the dates and stuff, but this is not labeled Goosebumps Fear Street. Sorry, Ghost of Fear Street. Yeah, this might predate it, but I'm not sure. You know, I'm really stupid, you know. And it says Shippers, by the way, which is not Ghost of Fear Street. And I will build this at some point. Maybe I'll even stream it, but yeah. And it is sadly open, but still really cool. That is going on the bookshelf back there. And that's the end of non-Goosebumps, so people upset by that. There we go. But speaking of Goosebumps, this isn't licensed, but Sorry, it's backwards for you guys. We have Goosebumps Logo. Now, look here. Right, we already have a Goosebumps logo you can see on screen. But this is way bigger. And it glows in the dark. Yeah, this glows in the dark. This is going to be really cool to see at night. Moving back to official merch, we have, show these both together so it only makes sense. Some things that I've been wanting for a really long time. The Gurglins. These were super cheap for some reason on eBay. For, you know, the average price of a Gurglin, which is like $75 up, you know. Of course, in the netting or the package, whatever version you're getting. I don't care. We got the netting, which is probably the rarest version anyways. I think. Well, when it comes to the rare Gurglins, of course. We got Slappy. Ugly motherfucker. And we got Curly. You know, the two motherfuckers. The boys! And, yeah. Whilst the tags aren't in the best shape, they're still insane to have. I mean, Gurglins. I finally have Gurglins in my hands. And they're probably the two I would want the most anyways. So I'm really happy about those, especially since they're in the pack. You know, I always said we're going to see more Australian DVDs. Probably don't remember that. Whoop-de-doo, we got an Australian Goosebumps box set, and it is the Haunted House box set. This comes with, I believe, 4 or more Goosebumps DVDs that have a bunch of episodes on them from the 90s show. Yeah, this is going to be displayed. It might be in the background, because that's kind of where I wanted to put it. But we'll have to see. Next up, this thing is really weird. If you're, IDW, almost said FBX. That's the 90s. If you're an IDW comic fan for Goosebumps, you might like this. We got a huge magazine that promotes the Secrets of the Swamp book, which I don't own. I don't own that one yet. And, yeah, holy crap, this is really, really cool. Finally reaching the end, guys. We have a whole bunch of things to show you. But we're all familiar and similar. And these are probably my favorite things because, well, we can see them on the shelf back here. There's something I've been wanting to collect, and they've been popping up on eBay recently. Now, this doesn't look familiar yet, because this is a different version, and I believe this is a more modern release. This isn't from the 90s. It's a Goosebumps book in Braille. These are for blind people. Sorry I'm stealing them from you blind people. There's a website that sells them. Just straight up Braille Goosebumps books. Which I believe this was bought from and then sold on eBay for way cheaper. And it came from Beneath the Sink. I like how they put it on there, expecting blind people to be like, huh, it came from Beneath the Sink. I'm just joking. There is Braille writing on the cover right here that you can, you know, blind people can read, but it's just kind of funny that it says it. Maybe they have a mentor with them saying, you want to read, it came from Beneath the Sink from R.L. Stine? What do you feel? You know, stuff like that. Now, these Braille books right here, these two, they're both the same book. It's part 1 and 2. Because the 90s, they did it like this. They're both the same book. This is one of my all-time favorite Goosebumps books, just because it's so different, but in a great way, because it's a solid story. How I Learned to Fly, parts 1 and 2. Yes, they put them in 2 versions. I mean, not versions, just this is the first half of the book, second half. I'm showing it right, yeah. How I Learned to Fly, and the thing is, they're usually green. The Braille books are usually a green color, and the next one's about to show, yeah, they're green. The ones I have right here, they're green. This is red. So not only is it one of my favorite books, it's also red, which is, like, really strange. Now, this next one, this is a little more familiar, because I actually have Series 2000 Braille books. These came on for $10. I'm not even kidding. That was really cheap. And that is Brain Juice. Both parts. Fucking Brain Juice. And another one of my all-time favorite Goosebumps books. Top 20 at the very least. I absolutely love Brain Juice. It is right up my alley. It's one of the most amazing and thrilling Goosebumps books ever. Just because it's so fun. And it has a great plot. So the fact that I have this one now in Braille for my Braille collection, because it's just so random and I can say I own a bunch of Braille books, it's really cool. And to end it off, I saved this for last. So earlier we showed Chicken Chicken. And, you know, it was the reprint I didn't have a Chicken Chicken. Well, there's a little more chicken to be shown today, besides the KFC on the counter. chicken in Braille. Oh, I love it. This is probably my favorite item here besides the Goosebumps TV show props, because it's just so random. Chicken in Braille. Why do I think it's so funny, right? This is an expensive joke, by the way. These were kind of pricey. That's kind of the irony of it. The reason I wanted these so bad, because this was like my most wanted item for my birthday when I saw them come on eBay. It's like, holy shit, I need those. Is because it's chicken. And everybody hates chicken, right? Well, that is not a true fact. Of course, there's a lot of people coming around saying it's alright, or UK Goosen's giving it 5 stars. There's people who still hate this book to death, and of course, it has a very great history of being the most hated Goosens book. So having this one being probably the rarest book in my collection that isn't, like, foreign merch-wise, that is crazy. That is absurd to own chicken in Braille. It's so ironic, because it's just, the worst book, but to many people, in Braille. And it's really rare, and kind of expensive. It's just, it's a big joke to me, and I love it. Not to mention, it ain't even a bad book, but still, it's really cool to own another Braille book, nonetheless. And that is it. Let's just say there's a lot of Goosebumps spread out right now. I'm very glad about how this day turned out, and I'm very grateful for my family. I'm grateful for having such an amazing family, and just an amazing day, and of course, for them letting me do this with my room. Painting the walls purple, making Goosebumps cover every inch that isn't other horror or Garfield. Yeah, I'm super grateful, and I'm super grateful, again, for everything I got today. I was not expecting this much. Hopefully Christmas, I get, like, a book just to even it out. Because, Jesus. Not to mention, there's stuff I got here that I'm not getting today because it's for Christmas, so, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this whole video. I have nothing to say leaving this video now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.